for me. Okay. So also on here, I have all the everything with the work on it. Okay, everything with the work on it, so you can go back and you can double check what it should be. So there's listed 1 through 12 here. The work for 13 and 14 are actually on this part right here. The equation set up, and actually did a really good job on number 13. Okay, a really good job. All right, those of you who I'm still missing 2, 4 from, that have to get turned in. Okay, that has to get turned in. But I do want to highlight number 8, and then I think number 12. Just pay attention here. When you do this one, combine like terms. 4n minus 2n is 2n plus 6. Distribute the 2, and I get 2n plus 6. All right, move the little guy. Well, they're both the same, right? So it doesn't matter which one you move. You subtract 2n. All right, from what I have right here, what should I write down? Okay, what do you guys have? 6, and then what? 6 equals 6. This is where this is one of those special cases, either no solution or all real numbers. You cannot leave this as your answer. Okay, you cannot leave this as an answer. So what you do right here is you say, all right, 6 equals 6, that's true. That means it is all real numbers. Okay, it's all real numbers. Okay, for that. Now for, I think, 12 is also missed. A few people missed 12. But just take a look here. Distribute the 5, and you get 5r minus 5. Distribute the 2, and I get 2r minus 8 minus 6. So keep this as 5r minus 5. All right, negative 8 minus 6 is minus 14. A lot of you want to do the 8 minus 6 and put down 2. Remember, that negative goes with the 8. Combine like terms, or excuse me, move the little guy, subtract 2r. 3r minus 5 equals negative 14. That negative has to come down with it. Add 5, and you get 3r equals negative 9. Divide by 3. R equals negative 3. Okay, for that. All right, we do have a test, so I don't have it. What did I say it is? Thursday. So we do have a test Thursday. We're really nothing, very new to do. We just got to make sure we're okay with everything we got. So. And it is 80 points. So it is 80. So this will be the biggest one to date. Okay, 80 summative points for that. All right, on last night's homework, and I'll be honest with you, this here is typically harder the first time through. It takes 2 days to go through. We're going to go back through it again today. If you got this, and I looked at a lot of them were a little bit off, okay, or needed to be corrected. Make sure you make corrections. We'll go through a couple here. All right, any that you have questions about yourself before we go forward? Okay, any that are not quite sure? Yeah, Jayla. Number 6. All right, solve this for t. So t plus m equals r. You have to take a look at what's being done on the same side as the t. You're adding you're adding m. We do the opposite. So you subtract m. And so that gives you 0 for m minus m, but you still have the t. And then you cannot actually subtract. So all you have to do is write r minus m. And that's the only thing you can do for that one. Okay, so subtract t equals r minus m. Okay, for that. Take a look at 9 and 10. Actually, we're going to do those together. Okay, not because I saw a lot of mistakes on that. All right, solve it for y. All right, take a look here. Morgan, what do you think? Tell me the first thing I should do for this one.
Divide by 8.
Not divide by 8. Subtract 8 because you got, this is a positive 8x. Don't worry about this plus sign. Subtract 8x because we're solving for y. All right, tell me what to write. Everybody should be able to look at that. Sam, tell me what to write for below that.
Negative 10 minus 8x.
Start all the way on the left-hand side.
2y equals negative 10 minus 8x.
Equals negative 10 minus 8x. All right, what do I do from here? Exactly.
Divide both sides by 2.
Yes, we need to divide everything by 2. Now, here's what I'm going to do is when, I think this is going to be easier, maybe lead to fewer mistakes. When we have this division, I'm going to divide each little piece by 2. Instead of doing the entire right-hand side, just divide each piece. If it can be divided, we will divide. That gives me y equals negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4x. Okay. If you leave it like that for now, fine. But we prefer to write the x first, or you can write that as y equals negative 4x minus 5. If you got either one, good. You got either one, good. But I didn't see a ton. I saw a few, but I didn't see a ton. All right, 10. Solving that one for x. All right, London. What do you think the first thing we do is?
Add 12y to both sides.
Good. Add 12y. Put a plus 12y. Put plus 12y. I get negative 3x equals 18 plus 12y. You cannot add those together because one does not have a y. One has a y, one doesn't. Not like terms, so leave it. Anan, what do you think I do now?
You subtract 18 or so.
Wait. What are we trying to get by itself?
You divide each side by negative 3.
Good. Divide each side by negative 3. When I do that, I'm going to divide each little piece by negative 3. And that gives me x equals negative 6. 18 divided by negative 3 works out to a nice number, negative 6. 12 divided by negative 3 is minus 4y. And all I'm going to do is switch the order. Negative 4y minus 6, okay? For that one. All right, now for your others. Let's just take a look here. Take a look at what you have. Okay, fix as needed. If you didn't get this done, get this down. Okay, get this down so that you have it. Subtract 4r and you get negative 2r minus 4r equals s. And then I just kind of, I want to write the s first. Negative 4r minus 2. 2, subtract 6. Now we're solving for y. Okay, yeah, Connor.
For number 1, could you write negative 2 first?
You could, I wouldn't mark that wrong. But here's what I want to do is try and get you in the habit of putting that variable first. Okay? Here I subtract 6. All right, now when you divide by 3, I'm going to divide each piece by 3. There is a 1 in front of that x. It's not written. Make that a 1/3. So I get y equals 1/3 x minus 2. So that's what that one should look like. You may have, at this point, have y equals x minus 6 over 3. We want to get to the point where we write it as 1/3 x minus 2. Solving this for x, I subtract b. I divide each piece by m. Now, if you have y minus b over m, that's okay. At this point, we want to move to where it is individual terms. 4 will be very similar. Subtract 1, divide by 3. And then I end up with a over 3 or 1/3 a minus 1/3. So that one doesn't work out to have nice numbers. But that's all right. And 5. Okay, you got 3 things multiplied. If I'm solving for t, I can divide by n and r at the same time. So it's going to be PV divided by NR, PV divided by NR. That'll be our answer. Okay, for that one. All right, now on the other side, we've actually done a few of these already. What is 6? All right, 7. Solving that for B. Subtract 2a. So you get c minus 2a. Divide each piece by 2. Now 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now you could also write this as 1/2 c minus A. That's also okay. C over 2 is the same as 1/2. 8, subtract AX, you're done. That one's not too bad. You only have one step to do for that one. And 9, you got 8 plus 2x. Oh, we already did that one, right? So we should be good. All right, flip. Let's take a look at, all right, I got this handout for you. We'll do some of these together.
I don't understand.
I was confused. That's not something. You understand it? Some of those like it's just like those are the easiest ones. The ones with the number are wrong.
Allie, there you go. Gina.
The numbers are wrong.
No. Sam. Amanda. Yeah, what's going on here? Let's just together. Yeah.
Not on the team, but they're trying to.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do the left-hand column together, and then you guys will have the right-hand column evens to do for homework. All right, so the first one, I want to solve for the letter Q. Does H equals QBM? All right, so those are all smashed together like that, so it means those three variables, Q, B, and M, are being multiplied. So I can do this in one step. What do I do if I want to solve for the Q? Connor?
If you want to divide B and M.
Yeah, I want to divide both sides here by the two things that I'm not solving for. I can divide this by B and M, okay? So those will cancel out. Divide over here by B and M, and then, Connor, tell me what to write.
Then you're going to flip it over, you're gonna write Q equals H over BM.
Q equals H over BM, okay? So I just flipped it around, so whatever I solve for comes first. All right, that's perfect. All right. Number 3, I'm solving for the letter U. Again, the only thing that's happening between those two letters, the M and the U, is that they're being multiplied. So, Joe, what do I want to do? You raise your hand all excited.
Just scroll up.
Huh? You want me to scroll up? All right.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Since you made me scroll up, you're still going to help me solve number 3.
All right.
All right, so I want to solve for the letter U. What operation is being completed between the M and the U? Why are those things smashed together like that? They're what?
Multiply.
They're being multiplied. So the opposite of multiply is what?
Division.
So what am I going to divide by if I'm solving for U? Divide by M. If I do it over here, what do I got to do over here? Good. All right, now tell me what to write for my answer. I'm going to cross this out because those will cancel.
U equals Q divided by M.
U equals Q divided by M. Nice U, Mr. Schiller. All right, very good. U equals Q divided by M. All right, number 5. Again, now we're solving for Q. G plus Q equals R. Who wants to walk me through this one? Grant, go ahead.
Subtract G from both sides.
All right, very good. I'm gonna subtract G from both sides. So I'm gonna write it like this. There's my G. Subtract G. All right. I know those will cancel out. Grant, tell me what to write here.
Q equals R minus G.
Q equals R minus G. All right, nice work. And if you really struggle with this, again, you can always just put in like dummy numbers and figure out what would I do if I just had these numbers instead of all these letters, okay? Because the process is gonna be the same. All right, number 7. Number 7, I need to solve for M. So I'm gonna have a 2-step equation here. Zach, go ahead.
First, you subtract PG from both sides.
Okay, since the P and G are already together, but I'm not solving for one of those letters, I can just take the whole thing and subtract it from the other side. So subtract, subtract PG, subtract PG. Zach, tell me what to write here.
Then it would be MF equals CW minus PG.
Very good. MF equals CW minus PG. Okay, and I got one more step here because I'm solving for the M, so I gotta get rid of the F next. How am I gonna do it, Zach?
You divide both sides by half.
Divide by F, divide by F. Those will cancel out, so my answer ends up being M equals CW minus PG, all divided by F. You like that, Zach? Look good? All right. Perfect. A couple more here. We're gonna solve for R, but now we add in a number. Okay, but again, all the properties, everything else just stays the same. Okay, so I have C equals 2 pi R. Great, you wanna help me out again?
Divide 2 pi.
Okay. Say it again.
Divide 2 pi. Divide.
All right, nice job. Again, just like we had in the first one, I have these two variables here that are preventing the Q from being by itself. So I can divide by both of them at once. It's the same thing here, even though I have a constant, even though I have the 2 there. All right, I'm dividing. I'm going to leave the R alone. I can divide by 2 pi. And those will cancel out. I'm going to divide by 2 pi. And Grant, what's my answer going to be?
R equals C divided by 2 pi.
C divided by 2 pi. All right, that is perfect. Nice job. We got 2 more here to do. Solve for Z. All right, Christian, you want to walk me through this one?
Subtract YA from each side.
Very good. I want to subtract YA. And tell me what to write on my next line down here.
UZ equals RS.
UZ equals RS minus YA.
And then write each side by U.
All right, divide by U. Divide by U. Okay, the U's over here cancel out. So Christian, what's my answer?
Z equals RS minus YA divided by U.
All right, very good. All right, for 13, an exponent is added, but it's really going to be inconsequential. It's not going to change anything for me. Okay. Let's get another volunteer. These boys are hogging up all the spotlight. I want somebody that's gonna be scared if I fall on them. Christian's gonna be scared. How about Josh? V equals pi r squared h. Was that the formula for a cylinder?
Volume of a cylinder.
Volume of a cylinder. All right, so what do you think, Josh? I'm gonna solve for the h.
We're gonna subtract.
Do we see any addition symbols?
I do not.
Okay, so we're not gonna subtract.
Divide.
I'm gonna divide. Okay, I wanna divide both sides of one. Again, this is pi times r squared times h. So I wanna divide both of these sides. What do you wanna divide by?
Me?
Yeah.
Pi r 6.2.
Pi r squared. All right. I'm just going to divide by the stuff I'm trying to get rid of. All right. I got to get the h by itself. Very good. I'm going to do it to both sides. Those will cancel out. So what do I want to write down here?
H equals V divided by pi r2 r squared.
There you go. Okay. Just like that.
I think it was this there.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have the other answers here, but here's what I want you to do is get started. I want to give you a little bit of time. I want to see how you do on your own. Page 109 and 110, 17 through 27. We got to hand out a couple things that I want to go over. And a couple things with the worksheet 4. What? Gotta bring it back. I don't know if I got it. I gotta keep
Sam.
Hey, give a phone. Take a picture. Preston, you're gonna be a. Make sure you come take a picture. You actually Hey, turn around. All right, Josh. All right, this
Is this like one of the bigger things?
So right here, you gotta make sure you carry that down. Any sign in front of there has to go down.
Wait, was each one 3?
Probably one. So there's no on the back. Be careful here, just play and carry it. 6 pounds, 9 inches. Okay, all right, so you can get down a couple of these here. Hanan. All right. Hold on, I'll just go. Okay. When you have this, 12.
He's a good Joe.
No, kind of like we bring, so that I know 12 goes into
I'm sure one of the name.
but you can always invite one. Oh, this one, 3 minus 21. That's just Carol's. All right, now this is the one here. You're up to 6 equals 6.
It's just
Like X equals all that.
So is this one?
10. All right, and if you end up with 5 equals 4.
February that too much. February out too much at first.
60 minus 60.
Same.
I just can't.
Add
It always does, it's just not sorry.
That.
It feels like some pulling a barb string.
Red is
A little bit.
good.
I like this.
No, I just wrong with you.
All right, keep that in your mind.
Sometimes
They're so bad.
Allie Templeton,
Tommy.
3 problems on this.
Yes. Chest cramp for the word stuff.
Oh, this one, for some reason you put 7.6 and 7.5. So that's pretty odd. Number 10. Okay, negative B plus 6B. That's the positive 5. Once you make that a 7, everything else is
You can't sit still.
yes, right there, negative 8, negative 6.
I usually don't get it, but.
Minus 8, minus 6, and 7, minus 4. Alright, so those are your mistakes.
It's like when I get
This came from you, Mr. Schler. Doing a little moonlighting here
Yeah,
for Mrs. Cartwright.
pretty glamorous stuff.
You got Ethan on the roster.
Yeah.
I need to get